I'm here to confess to what is a cardinal sin in the gaming community. I have never played an Elder Scrolls game. No Morrowind, no Oblivion, and none of the 6 different versions of Skyrim, counting the the Alexa, what?
Oh, how many wheels of cheese do I have left?
473.
Okay, I eat all the cheese. I eat all of the cheese. All of it.
So frankly, when I heard the rumors of the Oblivion remake, which they are confusingly calling a remaster, I couldn't have cared less. You know, I saw my close friends and all my favorite content creators and really the entire internet so ecstatic about this, but I didn't really know anything about it and I didn't have too much interest in playing the game. But eventually curiosity got the better of me, and seeing that it was free on PC Game Pass, I decided, why not? I'll give it a whirl, not like I can lose anything. And after spending a mere 50 or so hours in the Oblivion remake, Elder Scrolls community, I am crawling back to you on my hands and knees begging forgiveness. So this is the famed Oblivion character creator. Why don't we see what I can make? So as someone uniquely unbiased, never having had any previous interaction with the Elder Scrolls, good or bad, I can tell you, at the very least in my opinion, despite this at its core being a 2006 game, this is still one of the best fantasy RPGs to date, ever. % ET. I'm almost glad I haven't played the original Oblivion, because I have seen for a fact that it hasn't aged very well, and that would have discouraged me from playing this fucking masterpiece that is simply the original game with a new coat of paint and polish on it. Yep, that's that good old Bethesda jank. Really, it's just the same tangent you hear everyone go on, except for the fact that it's less informed, because I know less about the property. This is still mostly all new to me. Alright, I think that's that. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh no, I'm gonna fucking die. Ah! So given my lack of a history with these games, I feel uniquely unqualified to say anything about them, really, because it feels like everyone knows more about Oblivion or just the Elder Scrolls in general than I do. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna Google what this arrow at the top of my screen is. It's been there for like half an hour.
I can't stop thinking about the Emperor. We failed. We failed because we got complacent. We got arrogant.
No fucking way, it's just a level up. That being said, if you're looking for what might be a fresh perspective on the game, I guess here you are, clean slate. Or maybe I just wind up having the same generic takeaways as everybody else. Everything I had heard about for years and frankly just brushed off is here in its full fucking glory, even ray trace now apparently. The character creator, let me introduce you to Reginald, by the way. The downright beautiful and expansive open world, the really intriguing quest lines. Why the fuck are you invisible? And really interesting, but honestly really fucking ugly and cursed NPCs. The spellcrafting, the enchantments, they all give you so much freedom to play the game however you want to play it.
Love casting spells.
And despite the fact that I've never touched this property before, never watched anything about it, the way it's all put together and woven into one another just feels so nostalgic of a certain kind of game design we just don't really get anymore. What the fuck do I have to do? Oh, they make me hunt down the note and read the plan. Oh, okay. That's lovely. Besides that, as bad of an image I had of Bethesda for re-releasing Skyrim 4 or 5 fucking times, which I still think is really scummy, the fact that they're letting the competing mod Skyblivion live despite them releasing an official Oblivion remake is honestly a great move. So as much as I would like to continue hating on Bethesda for staying as stagnant as they have in game development and continue to simply just re-release products, barring the shit show that Starfield was, which is exactly what they've done with Oblivion, the way they've handled the situation around it is earning them some points, if nothing else. Really, I think I am the least qualified person to tell you that this is probably the definitive Elder Scrolls experience. And yet that's exactly what I'm doing. At least until Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. If that happens to be any good for 1, and 2, if that happens to be any fucking less of a myth than Beyond Good and Evil 2. Really, this is, I think, the first game in a very long time that I have no major complaints over anywhere in terms of the game design. In terms of performance, however, that's a completely different conversation. The game runs on Unreal Engine 5, so higher spec requirements aside, that also means that it comes plagued with all the performance and stability issues and fucking memory leaks and whatever else that you associate with Unreal 5. Man, I'm absolutely getting shit on. I need to heal. Oh, it crashed. Christ. It fucking crashed again? And on top of that, there's forced ray tracing. So rest in peace to all my PC users out there that aren't rich, haven't sold an arm and a leg for their PC, or are trying to play this on a Steam Deck. All these things are frankly very pressing to address, and I hope they do soon, but I've had a great time with this property despite them, because the core design of Oblivion here is just so good regardless.
Yeah, but have you been to like Sargamagagam and Charwokno? I implore you to let Google TTS work it out. Please look it up.
Lake Chargagagog Manchagagog Chowbanagungamog.
So imagine how I felt when realizing that I would get to play this quote-unquote definitive Elder Scroll experience in VR.
I think I swung a little too fast.
So if you somehow found this video in the trenches of the YouTube algorithm without ever hearing the news, then let me be the first to tell you that there is officially an Oblivion Remastered VR mod using the extremely powerful UE VR tool. And it's, oh by fucking god, is it something.
Oh my lord.
There's definitely a whole lot more jank here than there is in even the regular version of Oblivion, but let me be completely clear, that is not to slam this mod. I think it is remarkable how much these modders have accomplished in such a short amount of time after launch. The fact that less than a week after the game's shadow dropping, there was already rudimentary but fully functional mods allowing for not only HMD usage but motion control usage within the game is astounding to me. I cannot understand how they get this done so quickly. Having this be my first interaction with the Elder Scrolls was already mind-blowing even in the standard flat screen format, but being able to actually play through this in VR in such a short amount of time is just absurd. I can't stress it enough. Don't get me wrong, all the jank that you see in a regular Bethesda game is still there, and even more present in VR, especially trying to condense all the different actions that you can take into a motion controller scheme.
How do I put this away?
I just wish I could stop having to save scum. I've been having to do it for 5 fucking hours because every time I dismount Shadowmere, I hit it and I wind up getting kicked out of the Thieves Guild because apparently my horse is a goddamn member.
Oh my fucking god again. Hold on a second. Oh my fucking god. Oh, for fuck's sake. Mother!
Speaking seriously for a second though, the work they are doing here is remarkable. I downloaded this mod originally on the 9th of May. I'm currently editing it on the 13th, and since then there has already been several major updates, not just hot fixes, polishing up existing functionality and adding even more.
No way your nickname is No Coins.
I can eat for a day with a single coin.
No Coins Dranin?
Truthfully, I am extremely lucky to have my first contact with the Elder Scrolls be this, which is such a great experience as this. But I think getting to experience this rendition of Cyrodiil in VR is such a special thing that I genuinely believe if I didn't have to take an emergency trip to the motherland the past few days, I would have easily doubled the amount of hours I have in this game in VR alone. So either I'm real committed to the YouTube hobby or I have a really bad Oblivion addiction and needed something to enable it. If so, please send help, I'm begging. It's not all sunshine and rainbows though. Just as the positives of this game are largely amplified by VR, so is the tension in certain areas. Far and wide, the enemies in this game, at least on normal difficulty, are a complete joke. However, when I have a pair of goggles strapped to my face that trick my brain into thinking I'm actually walking through a dark mine with a 4-foot goblin sprinting at me, that is a little more scary.
Oh fuck.
Really, the same can be said about any moment that you find tense in a game. It's usually amplified in VR, like having to go diving underwater in a cave I can only suitably describe as the devil's ass crack. Dude, I fucking hate this shit. By the way, the part of the Arrow of Extrication quest I'm referencing really gave me flashbacks to the fucking trauma instilled in me by Jolly Roger Bay from Super Mario 64. I swear to God, I'm mentally conditioned at this point. This fucking eels make my skin crawl. Anyways, that's all for me. As per usual, if you like the game, go check it out. I'll throw up something on screen for you so you can see the pricing, reviews, all that. Not that any help from me will do anything for Bethesda or the Elder Scrolls franchise, but hey, why not? Additionally, for the two of you that have a supercomputer capable of playing this smoothly in VR, honestly, go ahead and give it a shot. Despite some of the jank that you'll find, it is amazing, and it's getting better every day with updates. To give you some specs and save you the research, if you're interested, why I'm calling anything that can run this a supercomputer is because I'm currently trying to run this on an Intel 14700K and an RTX 4070 Ti, not top of the line, but pretty fucking good. And I am barely managing to get this running at 50 or so average frames. That is with everything on low and DLSS unbalanced. So try it at your own risk, honestly. Your computer might blow up. You might cause a house fire. You might trip your breaker. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anyways, jokes aside, that's all for me. Thank you if you stuck around this far in the video, or even give it the time of day at all, really. I'd go ahead and suggest that you go and like and subscribe and whatever, but honestly, you're gonna do it if you want to, you're not gonna do it if you don't. It means a lot, but do whatever you feel like. Call me a bitch down there if you want. Really, that's about it, and I'll hopefully see you next week in... Oh my god, Doom the Dark Ages is out already. Why am I playing? And now, it's time for me to cast. It was me, Barry.
I jerked you off at super speed so it'd seem like you nutted at just a woman's touch!